Ano ai e na pua o Kamoko Keawe. Greetings, O people of the land of Keawe. Aloha and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an evening of hula, chant, song, and dance performed by the Zuttermeister Ohana of Kaneohe Oahu, accompanied by the sweet, vibrant melodies of Hawaii's popular musical singing group, the Pandanus Club. "60 members of the Zuttermeister clan are here this evening to pay tribute to Hilo's Merrie Monarch Festival and to publicly acknowledge with their performances the cultural contributions of hula and chant made by their matriarch to the state of Hawaii, the Pacific Basin, and to America's national artistic and cultural heritage. Tonight's program was organized and directed by Noinoilani Zuttermeister Lewis, assisted by her brother Lala, Carl Henry Zuttermeister Jr., and her sister Ku'uipo Zuttermeister Dua. Aloha, I'm Ka'upena Wong, your MC and narrator. 50 years ago, Johnny Townsend of Kahaluu, Oahu, a city and county civil engineer for roads on Oahu's windward side, gave to Mrs. Emily Kau'i Zuttermeister the song, Nani na pale hauliuli o na ko'olau. In his blunt yet kindly way, he handed her the song and said, "Here, for you, learn it." Auntie Kau'i took the song, learned it, and since then it has served as her theme song to welcome audiences to her hula programs. That the song extols the majesty of Oahu's Ko'olau cliffs, the beauty of the Ko'olau countryside, the wind-blown kawelu grass at Lanihuli, dipping and swaying in hula rhythms, is no accident. For in Ko'olau Loa, Auntie Kau'i learned to hula and chant. And in Ko'olau Poko, her hula studio was established and continues to grow. To the melody of Hawaii Aloha, ladies and gentlemen, from Ko'olau Poko, Kaneohe Oahu, the Zuttermeister Ohana welcomes you with Uncle Johnny Townsend's Nani na pale hauliuli o na ko'olau. In 1933, at the urging of her husband, Kalohelani Zuttermeister, a determined German-American from Baltimore, Maryland, Auntie Kawi, aged 24, and the mother of 2, reluctantly agreed to learn hula from her uncle, Sam Puaha'aheo of Mauna Loa, Ohana. This extraordinarily gifted man shared his hula and chanting secrets with her. During this time, Auntie Kawi participated in Ho'ike, Hu'elepo, and in 1935, her uniki with her uncle Pua. Ladies and gentlemen, to present a hula invocation in prelude to the dances and chants from the Puaha'aheo hula tradition, and to acknowledge the presence of the Merrie Monarch Festival Royal Court. It is with great pride to present a living cultural treasure of Hawaii, a National Heritage Fellow of the National Endowment for the Arts, and the last living member of the first 5 Loea Hula designated by the Bishop Museum and the state of Hawaii. Friends, please greet 81-year-old Emily Kawi o Makawele o Nalani o Kauai o Kamano o Kalani po Kukahiva Zuttermeister.
e hei ai te ia manuo o puali ke aole i wale noi ka umaki kaluhi hoi a maua meine o ko mākou le al e noi
Ladies and gentlemen, the matriarch of the Zuttermeister Ohana and the Kau'i Zuttermeister. Mahalo nui, and the Kau'i, mahalo nui. Hawaiian tradition identifies La'amai Kahiki as the chiefly agent who in the 13th century brought the two sacred pahu drums, Hawea and Opuku, with him from Kahiki and introduced them to a heiau in Wailua, Kauai. He taught the hula pahu drum dance on Kauai, and from there the pahu for heiau services and for hula spread to all of the other islands. Kauli Lua Ikianu Wai Ale Ale is perhaps the most well-known of all Mele Hula Pahu drum dance chant. Its complex symbolic poetry is associated with the island of Kauai, and it is believed to have been used for heiau rites. Today, the chant and its dance is dedicated to King Kalakaua, who reigned from 1873 to 1891. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to the sounds of the large and small drums, pahu and kilu, and to the chanting of Noinoilani Zuttermeister Lewis, the women of the Zuttermeister clan, along with their senior dancer, Ku'uipo Zuttermeister Dua, appear in their processional hula entrance, visually termed Kaikohu Auna Manu, to move like a flock of birds, to dance Kauli Lua Ikianu Wai Ale Ale in the Pua Ha'aheo Hula Pahu tradition. Ladies and gentlemen, the women of the Zuttermeister Ohana in Kauli Lua Ikianu Wai Ale Ale.
You
Ladies and gentlemen, the women from the Zuttermeister Ohana in Kalohelani, Ikeanu Wai Ale Ale. Thank you very much, ladies. Sam Puaha'aheo was Auntie Kaui's only hula teacher. He was one of a handful of masters who early in this century devoted their energies towards perpetuating the drum dances they inherited. Although a dancer since he was a child in the 1880s, it was not until 1931 that Puaha'aheo began to teach hula. At that time, he was 44 years old, a policeman, keeper of Huilua fish pond at Kahana, Oahu, a well-known kilo'i'a fish spotter, and an elder of the Mormon Church. He converted his wooden net house into a halau at his home located on the shore of the mouth of the river that empties into Kahana Bay. It was to this picturesque spot that Auntie Kaui's Kane, her husband, Carl Sr., dutifully drove his wife every day except Sunday for 2 years to hula class, which lasted from 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. or later. It was there that Auntie Kau'i chanted to her uncle for admittance into the halau, whose windows were closed before and during class. It was there that the hula gods and the grandeur of Kahana received in approval the beautiful low chanting voice of Sam Puaha'aheo, this tall, big man who danced with a grace that emphasized a strong and masculine style. Ladies and gentlemen, the Zuttermeister men dance 4 hula pahu. The first, Aloha e ke kai o Kalalau. It is said that much of this poetry was associated with the capoeira, kapuahi, fire taboo, and or with the worship of Mauna Loa. During the Kalakaua era, a reinterpretation of the chant commemorates the tradition of throwing firebrands, ahilele, ahiauhau, over the pali at Kamaile Kauai. Second, Hanu Kauka o Pihanakalani. This mele is based on a Kauai story about a chief and his magic nose flute, Kanikaui. The chant begins, majestic is the upland of Pihanakalani, with the sound of the flute, Kanikaui. It wooed and won the love of the maiden, Kaililau o Kekoa. Third, Auaia Kama'aiha'a. This mele too, with its associated body movements, is believed to have had its origins on the heiau as a part of the ritual work of the kahuna, priests. Auntie Kau'i learned from Pua 2 versions of Auaia, which the Zuttermeister school calls the Aiha'a version, the version you will see tonight, and the Aiholo version. The Aiha'a is characterized with deep knee bends close to the ground, hence its name. Fourth, Ku'oi Ko'uwahi o Helu Neila is the panina, or ending hula piece, for the set of 4 hula pahu. Besides hula pahu, there are 2 other names for this dance, hula ohelo, or hula helo, and hula melimai, or hula melikuko. Both names can, and in tonight's performance, do have sexual import. The body movements of the hula are sexually provocative, and the chant text is sexually naughty and really good fun. Friends, through Auntie Kau'i and Noi Lani, here are the Zuttermeister men, 60-year-old Lala, his sons, nephew, grandson, and friends, with their dancing tonight, some of whom for the first time, they are all paying tribute to Sam Puaha'aheo's style and to his memory. Ladies and gentlemen, the Zuttermeister men.
Ano ano e ka ukai hana kalani hai da he o ka o he ka ni e ka ni na na I ho
Ladies and gentlemen, the man of the Zuttermeister Ohana in the Hula Pahu. Outstanding, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Mahalo nui. Right on, Lala. Mahalo. The Zuttermeister men from Kalohelani. In 1935, Auntie Kaui, along with 12 other women, most of whom were married, took part in Puaha'aheo's Uniki in culmination of their hula training. Earlier, they participated in Hiuai, water purification ceremony, walking single file at midnight to the beach and into the water. The Uniki and Luau was at the popular House in the Garden on Jack Lane in Nu'uanu. The hula repertoire included the famous Puaha'aheo hula pahu heirlooms and his equally visually pleasing hula pa'ipu, the gourd drum dances. More specifically, his hula ala'apapa, high prestige standing dances, which honor with mele inoa, name chants, the gods and the highest of male and female chiefs. Our women return and present for your enjoyment Hula ala'apapa. First, Wai iliyahi o nauna. The title of this chant is a poetic description of the waters of Waimea Stream on Kauai, the waters of which, after a storm, are said to be red along one bank. The hula honors the high-ranking female chief, Ka'ahumanu. Second, Kaulana o Kohala i Kahaliwili, well known as the Kohala Sugar Mill, commemorates a visit to Kohala, Hawaii by Queen Emma, consort to Kamehameha IV. The chant, in part, tells of the Queen's fascination with the billowing smoke from the sugar mill. Third, Lili Ulani is a mele mai, a special kind of name chant usually composed on the birth of a chief or chiefess, honoring an individual's sexual parts. In translation, such chants appear rather indelicate.
This is PBS.
They simply stress the physical necessities to perpetuate the royal lines. Queen Liliuokalani. Fourth, Keawe o Opa is a mele inoa and a mele kaihoi chant during which dancers leave an audience. It is believed Keawe o Opa was originally a chant for the game hay, string figure or cat's cradle. Later it was appropriated as a surfing chant for Queen Liliuokalani. Today it is used for hula and serves as a mele kaihoi. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Zuttermeister women with their hula ala'apapa, hula mele mai, and their kai. From Kaneohe Oahu, the women of the Zuttermeister Ohana in the hula ala'apapa, hula mele mai, and kai.
Oh, hey,
Ladies and gentlemen, the women of the Zuttermeister Ohana and the Hula ala Papa. Mahalo nui, ladies. Thank you very much, ladies. In the hula repertoire of Sam Poha'aheo, his hula kala'au is unique. Unique in terms of his use of notched rhythm sticks, kala'au, instead of the more familiar, smooth, unnotched sticks. This Poha'aheo hula kala'au is a survival not widely known or used. In 1816, the French artist Louis Corres saw and reported the use of notched kala'au in a hula performance. The chant, Kaulana e kaholo o kamalulani, is used for tonight's hula kala'au. It is a mele inoa dedicated to the goddess of volcanoes, Pele. Pele, who was born as a flame in the mouth of Earth Mother Goddess, Haumea. Pele, who was sometimes known as Wahine Aipohaku, stone-eating woman. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the children of the Zuttermeister Ohana, each carrying their own handmade coffee wood kala'au. These keepers of the Sam Poha'aheo hula tradition for the 21st century perform for your pleasure hula kala'au, kaulana e kaholo o kamalulani. Ladies and gentlemen, the Zuttermeister Kamali'i.
Ke lei mai lau kau lai ke kai malam on i hau amali amali ba inu ai ki inu mai lana lau na ai ke kai no na ai ka la no puna kawahine no ka ai lawe
Modern hula performed to the accompaniment of Western string instruments and to poetry sung in Western harmony is at least 100 years old. It probably had its beginnings in the court of King Kalakaua, where it evolved from traditional hula and where it became a part of a new hula form called hula kui. Kui referring to the joining of the old and the new. The music for these interpretive hula came out of a combination of Western musical ideas that were available to the Hawaiian people during the second half of the 19th century. This new Hawaiian music, created by Hawaiians, was enthusiastically received by teachers and performers and loved by audiences. Many Hawaiians became prolific songwriters, including the royal composers Kalakaua, Liliuokalani, Likelike, and Leleohoku. To the music and singing of the Pandanus Club, the Zuttermeister men returned to perform in hula kui style the Pandanus Club's hit song, E Wai'anai, recorded in 1987. The music was composed by Kenneth Makuakane and the words by Randy Nam. With their hula, the Zuttermeister men acknowledged the young and graceful hula dancer, Kamaili Pilialoha, for whom the song was written. The song and hula end with a metaphor. Here is the labor of love, sweet-scented maili braided with palapalai. Truly a fond greeting of love. Ladies and gentlemen, the Zuttermeister men and the Pandanus Club in E Wai'anai. Your hands together, the Pandanus Club and the Zuttermeister men from Kalohelani. Mahalo, gentlemen. Well done. Outstanding. Woo-hoo. Since her hula days with her Uncle Pua, Auntie Kaui has always considered hula important in her philosophy as part of Hawaiian tradition. Obviously, the foundation of her hula studio is that of the Pua Ha'aheo hula tradition, but Auntie Kaui readily acknowledges that much of her early career, begun in the mid-1930s, centered on teaching hapahaole, half-foreign dancing, to military wives and dependents in the late 1930s and 1940s. This half-foreign dancing has always been an important part of teaching of Auntie Kaui, and it is still taught and performed by the Zuttermeisters and their students. The much admired singer, the late Lena Machado, composed beautiful songs for hula, many of which are certain to be a part of a hula dancer's repertoire. The Zuttermeisters are especially fond of her composition, Pua Mamane. According to Rose Kaniapua, Machado's daughter, Pua Mamane was written for the composer's brother and his wife, Bill and Momi Waialeale of Kauai. The song tells of Mano Kalani Po, a poetical name for Kauai, and some of its celebrated places, Waialeale, Koloa, Nohili, Polihale, and of the beautiful yellow blossoms called Pua Mamane. Ladies and gentlemen, the Zuttermeister women wearing fresh Pua Mamane leis present their modern interpretive hula, Pua Mamane, and the wonderful songs and singing of the Pandanus Club. Here are the Zuttermeister women and Pua Mamane. Ladies and gentlemen, the Zuttermeister women and Pua Mamane. Mahalo nui, ladies. Show off, people. Although Auntie Kaui was a grown woman when she learned hula, this was not the case for her daughters Ku'uipo and Noinoilani. Both girls learned about the same time at age 3 from their older sister Justina, the late Justina Zuttermeister Miller, and from their mother when they were 5 years old. Ku'uipo's and Noi's daughters also began their hula training at an early age. The Zuttermeister Kamali'i children returned to perform another Makuakani Nam composition entitled Ka'ehukai, Cease Pray. From the words of this mele, the children are made aware of the island's beautiful natural environment. They tell us in their hula story about a wonderful beach on the island of Maui outside of Lahaina town. There, 2 beach plants, Kaunaoa and Pohuehue, grow together as friends, where ocean waves roll up on the shore making soft pebble rustling sounds that are wind-borne. Finally, the children give thanks for the many adornments of the sea. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Zuttermeister Kamali'i and Ka'ehukai, Cease Pray. Pandanus Club, Ka'ehukai, Cease Pray. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, children. Mahalo nui. The poetry of passion, sexual desire, love-making is found in the lyrics of many Hawaiian songs. Sex does encourage Hawaiian poetry, and it has its roots in Hawaiian chant. It has been written, although there were some matters that one never joked about, at least openly, the old Hawaiians were liable to poke fun at anything, from enemies to sex organs. Indeed, Hawaiian humor then and now often focuses on sexuality. How many of us have chuckled viewing a performance and remembered the day after the luau, so-and-so's racy hula? Of course, for some, the song and its hula might have been more vulgar than humorous. Well, that's their problem. Here now, ladies and gentlemen, are the Zuttermeister men and women in the hula favorite, Mauna Loa, with its message of lovemaking anticipated and remembered. Very soon they will return to the stage, anticipating lovemaking and reminiscing about lovemaking later on this evening, perhaps. Maybe some of them are like, wait, yeah? You bad, you. And then there's us old bucks, we just fantasize. With this hula, Mauna Loa, both the men and women accompany themselves with gourd drums. And I guess in the heat of lovemaking and passion, sometimes if you're no more partner, you beat your ipu. And I'm running out of silly things. Very smooth and very good looking. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Here now, ladies and gentlemen, are the Zuttermeister men and women in the hula favorite, Mauna Loa, with its message of lovemaking anticipated and remembered. The Zuttermeister men and women in Mauna Loa. a delicious song of passion. One more time. Woo-hoo! Thank you very much, ladies. Thank you, gentlemen. Mauna Loa, thank you, Pandanus Club. Something very nice happened in 1987. The Pandanus Club became a part of Hawaiian entertainment, and its first recording with its hit song, E Wai'anai, brought pleasure to island audiences. The trio in 1988 released Ho'okupu, and in 1989, Ho'ike. In 1989, the Pandanus Club received 7 Hoku nominations, certainly testimony to their musical and vocal skills, which they deserve. Thank you. Friends, here to share their musical talents with you are the leader of the group on electric bass, Chris Kili'a. Chris. On the 12-string guitar, that wonderful composer, Kenneth Makuakani. Ken. And their outstanding lead vocalist on 6-string lead guitar, the fabulous singing of Roddy Lopez. Rod. Ladies and gentlemen, the brilliant sounds of the Pandanus Club and the moving lyrics of Honokahua Nani'e, beautiful Honokahua, the Pandanus Club.
This next song I'd like to do was written by a very, very good friend of ours from the island of Maui. A few years ago, a construction project started in Honokahua, next to the Kapalua Bay Hotel. And through the efforts of some very dedicated Hawaiian people, they stopped the project after bones were discovered that they were digging up in the sand. And a few weeks ago, these Hawaiians finished putting the bones of our ancestors back into the shores of Honokahua. And just a brief story. We played in Ohana last weekend. It was a perfectly clear day, not a cloud in the sky. And when we played this number, it started to rain. So we believe the song was written by our good friend right over here. Everybody, a nice hand for Mr. Charlie Maxwell. This is for you, brother. We love you. The song is called Honokahua Nani'e. It's for our kupuna.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. The Pandanus Club, Honokahua Nani'e.
Oh,
Pandanus Club on the Kahoe Nanmie. Friends, Anikaui's son, Carl Henry Zuttermeister Jr., is known to family and friends as Lala. Lala is the proud father of 8 children. The oldest is Ululani, who is followed by her 7 brothers, Carl, Marnie, Keith Eric, George, Dale, Harold, and Kurt. Their mother is Delta Chang Zuttermeister. Aloha, Delta. Lala and his 7 sons return to dance for you a kalalau, another Makuakani Nam song. The language of this poetry of passion is particularly elegant with its figurative and indirect references about a loved one. The man reflects in the song, slow and careful is the descent into the valley Kalalau, pushing aside the thick growth of hapu'u ferns. Strive with the greatest patience as you slip and slide down the path. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Lala, his sons, and a kalalau.
Ohana,
gentlemen. Aloha. Lala, with your 7 sons, you were slipping and sliding. Last summer, the 1989 Smithsonian Festival of American Folklife honored the state of Hawaii by featuring on the National Mall in Washington, D.C., our island's talented and resourceful citizens. The Zuttermeisters were there, 4 generations of them. Auntie Kau'i, her daughter, her granddaughter, and her great-granddaughter. Noinoilani, Hau'oli, and Kahula. From all reports, all of our people did us proud. The Zuttermeisters, with their demonstration of aloha, their dignity, and their masterful hula talent. I am sure Uncle Pua Ha'aheo and Uncle Carl Henry Sr. were very proud too. Aloha no. Ladies and gentlemen, to say a few words on behalf of the Ohana, may I present the organizer director of this evening's program, a wonderfully talented wahine, Noinoilani Zuttermeister and Lewis. Noi, thank you very much for bringing this program to Hilo Noi.
Aloha, everyone. First of all, I would like to say to all of you that it is our pleasure as a family to perform and share our dances with all of you tonight. Thank you for coming. In our family, hula plays such an important part of our lives that my little granddaughter, Kahula, danced every number at the Smithsonian, every show that we did except one. She actually slept on the job. She was sleeping under the tree. But hula is such a part of her life that she learns movement, she learns the words to different steps, just growing up around it. Tonight, she is one of the temperamental stars in our family. So this, of all the numbers in the show, gives me the most stress. Because sometimes, yes, Granny, sometimes, no, Granny, I don't want to. So let's see how she's doing this evening. Kahula, say hello. I don't want to. This is going to be a great number. Boys, Howley and I are going to look real ridiculous dancing Dolly's lullaby. So we shall try it.
And Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. 4 generations of Andy Noi Noi Lani, Oli and Kahula. Right on, Kahula. When we get you home tonight, pull your ear. In 1984, in recognition of Andy Kaui's appointment as a National Heritage Fellow, the President of the United States wrote, "Your values and your artistry have enriched our nation immeasurably. I know your contributions inspire our young people to keep alive these traditions as a vital part of American culture. Nancy joins me in wishing you the very best continued success. Sincerely, Ronald Reagan, the White House, Washington, D.C." In the Christian Science Monitor, Deborah Churchman wrote, "Sitting demurely with her daughter in a corner of the Mike Mansfield Room in the United States Capitol, where she was to be honored along with 16 other fellows by members of Congress, Mrs. Zuttermeister, wearing a fresh green lei made by her students, explained the importance of hula. Hula involves the beginning, the creation, the music. The chanting was the language of the gods. Hula originated by people listening to the chanting. It is a form of prayer. To learn the hula, you must be disciplined and you must be humble. It is such a beautiful thing, the hula. It has everything: music, coordination, grace, rhythm, a way to learn culture. It's beautiful, the way nature is beautiful. And it is this philosophy that Auntie Kaui has imparted to her son Lala, to her daughters Ku'uipo and Noi Noi Lani, to her grandchildren, to her great-grandchildren, and to the thousands of students who have made the trek to Ko'olau Kaneohe to learn the old hula, the hula ku'i, and the half-foreign dancing from the Zuttermeisters. And we'd also like to acknowledge this evening from Oxnard, California, Auntie Kaui's grandson, the eldest child of the late Justina Miller, Wai Ale Ale. Preston, welcome, my Ale Ale, for celebrating with the family. Some time ago, Auntie Kaui, along with her dear friend, the late Alice Kalahui, composed the beautiful song, Napua Le Ilima. In hula ku'i style, here is Napua Le Ilima, Auntie Kaui's hula tribute to the land of her birth, the island of Oahu. A nice applause for these dancers. Here are Susan Zuttermeister with daughters Tiffany and Poor Hodney. With daughters Ululani and Kalohelani. Here are Charlene Zuttermeister with daughters Kapua and Malia. Zuttermeister with Kahanu Ola Onalani and Kalohelani. Jerry Zuttermeister with Lala's only daughter, Ululani. Here are Carol Silva, Haoli Onalani Lewis, and Kahula. You composed such a beautiful song, Mahalo. His son, Lala Zuttermeister, singing for his mother. Ladies and gentlemen, the matriarch of the Zuttermeister Ohana and the Zuttermeister. Thank you very much, Andy Cowie, for sharing your chants, your hula, to all of Hawaii, to all of America, to all of the world. Once again, Hawaii's first family of hula, the Zuttermeisters of Kalohelani. Mahalo, Zuttermeisters. Mahalo, Andy Cowie. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. A nice hand for the Pandanus Club. Aloha and good evening.